Hello YouTube, J Bob the Video Game Slob here, coming from a freezing cold car where I picked up a PlayStation 2 with the network adapter, all the cords and a cool controller, but it does look like it's missing the NFL sticker. And if we can bring it over here, I don't know if these will show up, but a whole stack full of just average games, nothing rare or really oh man, I'm getting in my own way, unusual in there, but I'm not going to take it to the basement. I'm going to go straight over to the video game store, trade the stuff in, and hopefully I'll have a part 2 to this video with some more pickups and some follow-ups to how I did. Alright, J-Bob the Video Game Slob coming back at you for part 2 of the video from the car. So basically, the PS2 ended up not working, which isn't surprised. Those old big PS2s seem to never work, and so that was no exception. And so fortunately the guy was really cool, and he's already agreed to give me my money back, which is pretty rare, but there just really wasn't enough else in it to really make it worth $30, and I don't know anybody that's buying, you know, broken ones, and from everything I've seen with PlayStation 2s, fixing them really doesn't net you any value. So just another one of these serial pickups from the other day. This one is Tricks, so just kind of cool. So there is that. I went on a video game hunt today, and so I'm just going to show you some things that we picked up. Man, my camera is having the worst time focusing, so maybe we'll try it like this. Adventure was 50 cents. So, you know, picked it up. I think the movie fame sort of got this up in the atmosphere and off the ground. So people tend to like the picture label. It's really bad because of all the tape holding it on, but for 50 cents, who cares? I'll add another copy to the collection. Since it's kind of a spiky game and a lot of them found homes, so there you go. Went to a pawn store again, and so ended up picking up, man, that focus is terrible. There we go. Rock Band 3 on the Wii. If you don't know, this is one of those games that you can find cheap out there. I paid $2 for this, and so it has some value to it. I don't even know if this is in my collection or not, so I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this or flip it, but even if I don't have it, I'm kind of thinking I'd rather have the money than another Rock Band game. $3 pile was GoldenEye. You know, really good game. I love this game. I actually put it in again to play through it and realized I'd already beaten it and I had forgotten about it because there's just so many 007 games out there. But this was a good one. So, I don't know. Pick that up if you see it. I think it's about a $10 or $12 game. So, for $3, it was a good investment. Same with this. Looks like about a $15 game for $3. I remember putting this in, really loving bass fishing again. I'd forgotten how much I loved that game. Sonic Adventure was just, oh man, it is a fun game. I really loved it at the time, but it is tough to love now. I never got into Space Channel, and Crazy Taxi, for some reason, there are just parts of Crazy Taxi, I could not get the mechanics down. I don't know if it was my controller or the 360 controller or what it is. So I don't know, that game was whack. Jeopardy was from a local store here, and so I paid $8 for this and a game inside of it. I needed it for the Wii U set, and so any game under $10 anymore, it's about an $11 to $12 game at the time of this purchase. So that was a pretty good price. I haven't seen it cheaper, and so as you can see, I paid $1.99 for Trance Memory. So it looks like a Nintendo actually produced game or published game. I'm not sure. All I know is I saw it was about $6 to $8 online, and so $8 for the pair was really a pretty good deal. So not bad for being a retail pickup. So, and one closer to the Wii U set. This was a Walmart clearance. So this was $5. I really don't get into these arcades or these little mini arcades because there are so many of them. As you can see, this one is number 8, which is just ridiculous. They could put all this stuff on one chip and sell it to you. But on clearance for $5, what are you going to do? I was like, I might as well buy it. So that'll just go in the collection. I don't have any of those at all, and so why not? There's another little, it's not a Goodwill, but it's a resale store that I hit up locally. So they had a couple PC games, some old, well, this isn't really big box, but some old, this is MS-DOS thing here. So this is King's Quest 6, Air Today, Gone Tomorrow. And it did have all the stuff inside of it, but I just need to reassemble it because I wasn't exactly sure, what I had. It was sort of a weird version. And what was kind of weird about it is it came with that manual. And here's the inner box in case you were like, oh boy, I want to know what some 80s cardboard looks like. There you go. But it came with the King's Quest 4 manual in it, so it was a little confusing. But there we go. Got that sorted out. I think that's about a $10 game in that condition. So this was $1. That was $1. Spider-Man Cartoon Maker. Somebody's only one that's ever sold, but it sold for $7. But Spider-Man Cartoon Maker, anything Spider-Man, seemed kind of cool. Like it'd be worth $1. Another $1 one here, Ultima Underworld and Underworld 2. Again, this seems like a $10 to a $15 game, but this is also just going to go right into the collection. I love Ultima games. So that's kind of cool. This one is weird. So this is the 7th Guest. So I have not seen it before. I couldn't really find it on eBay in this condition. I have no idea what this packaging is about, but you can see the games in here and all the manuals and all this kind of stuff. Just an interesting envelope style presentation. I don't know what that came in. I'm not super familiar with that game and its presentation, so that was kind of out there. This is going to have to be a massive zoom back. So this is The Last Dynasty by Sierra. I know a lot of people want big box Sierra games now, so anytime I find one for $1, especially complete in a big box, I'm going to pick it up. A little newer, as you can see, because it runs on Windows 95. I am not familiar with this. I don't remember it back in the day. It doesn't look familiar now. Yeah, I don't know. Space combat, role-playing adventure. I'm not familiar with it. It looks like it's maybe $15 to $20, like in this condition. So not a super popular, super desired title, but again, big box PC stuff, I'm just packing it away. Yeah, I don't know. $1 at a time, I'm packing it away. So there you go. 2 things that I ended up getting for free from GameStop. If you watch out on some of these forums, sometimes you'll get these heads up on things that they're pennying out. And so usually they're supposed to throw these out or destroy them. And actually when we went to pick them up, the guy said, yeah, we have it. And asked his coworker, should we give it to him or should we just cut the cover off and then throw it out? And the guy said, well, just be cool and they can have it. So I picked up that one. And this one, I think there were 2 others that were out there that I couldn't find. But these were the 2 that I was able to locate. And so, they're big and heavy. They were $40. This one has a comic in it. I believe if we flip this around, it says something about a comic. I don't know if it's digital or not or whatever it is. But I don't know. Cool stuff. So that's it. That's what J-Bob's been after. Went on a little hunt today. That's all I picked up. So hopefully I can maybe get some prices on the screen, how some of those things ended up selling for and that kind of stuff. But I'm out. Appreciate you, YouTube.